Szymanowski's musical journey that began with the Preludes has reached, by the time he gets to Metope, a whole new world. He's discovered the music of Ravel and Stravinsky. He has been traveling extensively in the Mediterranean with his friend Stefan Spies. He's been reading. He spent a lot of time during World War I reading things like Homer's Odyssey. And he is soaking up all these myriad influences and reflecting them back as this kind of musical mirror in a style of his own. So in Metope, he is portraying three figures from, well, three areas of figures, we could say, from Homer's Odyssey.
The title Metope actually wasn't Szymanowski's idea. His thought at first was to call these three poems Poème Antique, ancient poems. But it was his travelling companion, a very pleasant and very engaging and very tolerant and also very wealthy young man called Stefan Spies, who suggested the title Metope. Now, Metope is a Greek word which signifies a frieze or a painting that you find in a building, in a Corinthian column, for instance, or in a temple, possibly. In the first movement, we encounter the famous characters of the sirens, whose singing has bewitched sailors over and over again to a death on the rocks. Shout Ulysses, in the legend, you may remember, he has himself lashed to the mast, and his sailors, his oarsmen, have their ears stopped with wax so that they can't actually hear the sound of the sirens. Ulysses himself can hear their beautiful, seductive song, but he can't move, so he can't respond to them. It's fascinating, isn't it?
This incredible way of describing water in a way, this piece, I find. The sea, the ocean, not the lake, but the sea. It's a little bit, it is inspired by Debussy, perhaps La Mer. It's a piece that Szymanowski loved very much.
In the second movement, we meet Calypso, who rescues Ulysses from a shipwreck and takes him prisoner for a while in the hope that he will fall in love with her, for she has definitely fallen in love with him. Alas, though, it is not to be, and eventually Ulysses makes good his escape. He loved to assimilate ideas from other cultures, from the Islamic world, from ancient Greece, and particularly the Mediterranean world, which for many artists from the north of Europe signified not only warmth and beauty, but also possibly an element of sexual freedom that the more oppressive Protestant northern countries didn't share. Finally, in the third of the Metope, we meet Nausicaa, who is the daughter of the king of an island, who takes Ulysses to meet her father, obviously in the hope that this is to be the new heir to the kingdom and her husband in the process. But again, it's not to be. Ulysses has to carry on with his endless journey, to his endless quest, with one consequence of which is that he cannot allow himself any erotic dalliance along the way. There's a reference, a kind of musical reference, to a specific place in the third movement, which deals with Ulysses' encounter with Nausicaa and with her father, the king. And that is a very simple dance rhythm in 6/8. That's 1, 2, 3, 2 through 3, but with a dotted character to itself as well, so that it goes dum, ta-dum, dum, ta-dum. And this is the music absolutely associated with the dance of the Siciliana. And of course it was Sicily where Szymanowski found just enough of the dream worlds that he was trying to create in his music, the Arabic, the Islamic, and the ancient Greek, interwoven with European influences.
This is Szymanowski as storyteller. He's evoking the passions in the story without necessarily feeling them himself.